A visit to Hitler's Eagle's Nest. Hitler's Eagle's Nest, known in German as the Kehlsteinhaus, is located atop the Kehlstein Mountain in the Bavarian Alps. Upon entering the parking lot, you are immediately surrounded by all the natural beauty this area has to offer. You will then board a modern bus, which will transport you 4 miles to the building known as Eagle's Nest. The Eagle's Nest sits 6,017 feet above sea level, directly above the town of Berchtesgaden in southeastern Germany. Construction was an extraordinary engineering feat. Workers built a steep 4-mile mountain road with 5 tunnels, followed by a 407-foot tunnel leading to a luxurious brass-lined elevator that carries visitors directly into the building. Unfortunately, photos and/or videos are not allowed in the elevator. Eagle's Nest was commissioned by Martin Bormann and built between 1937 and 1938 as a prestige project of the Nazi Party. It was formally presented to Adolf Hitler on April 20th, 1939, his 50th birthday. Although the Eagle's Nest was built in his honor, Hitler reportedly visited only around a dozen times. He disliked the high altitude, the winding mountain road, the possibility of vertigo, and his fear of heights. Instead, he spent most of his time at the nearby Berghof, his primary mountain residence located much lower on the mountainside. The Eagle's Nest served primarily as a prestigious venue for entertaining foreign diplomats and distinguished guests, a place for official receptions and celebrations, a symbol of Nazi prestige and engineering achievement rather than a military headquarters. Contrary to popular belief, it was not where major wartime decisions were made. Near the end of World War II, the surrounding Obersalzberg complex was heavily bombed by the Royal Air Force in April 1945. The Eagle's Nest itself suffered only minor damage. In May 1945, it was occupied by Allied troops, including elements of the U.S. Army and French forces. From September 1945 to 1951, the Eagle's Nest was under the control of the U.S. occupation forces. Access was granted only to Americans, who by paying 50 cents, were taken up to the Eagle's Nest in buses. The mountains surrounding Hitler's Eagle's Nest form one of the most dramatic alpine panoramas in Germany. The building sits on the Kehlstein Peak, but it is surrounded by several major mountains of the Berchtesgaden Alps. The key mountains around the Eagle's Nest: Watzmann, the dominant peak of the region, 8,900 feet, Germany's 3rd highest mountain. Its massive east-face towers over the Eagle's Nest and Conic Sea. Hochkalter, a rugged peak west of Watzmann, 8,553 feet, forming part of the dramatic skyline visible from the terrace. Hoher Gall, the mountain massif directly connected to the Kehlstein. The Eagle's Nest sits on a shoulder of this peak. Untersberg, a large plateau-like mountain north of Berchtesgaden, visible from the road and bus ride up. Goldstock, the broader mountain group that includes Hoher Gall and Kehlstein. Lattenberg, a smaller range to the west, visible from Obersalzberg and parts of the ascent. From the viewing terraces, you get sweeping views of the Berchtesgaden Valley, the Conic Sea Basin, the Austrian Alps towards Salzburg, the Hoher Gall Massif rising directly behind the building. Today, the Eagle's Nest is a popular tourist destination, operated as a seasonal restaurant and historical site. It is accessible by special buses that climb the original mountain road, followed by the historic brass elevator. visitors come primarily for spectacular panoramic views of the Bavarian Alps, the remarkable engineering and its historical significance as part of the former Nazi leadership complex. It's worth noting that the site focuses on historical interpretation rather than glorification of the Nazi era. Nearby, the documentation Obersalzberg provides extensive exhibits about the rise of National Socialism, Hitler's presence in the region, and the consequences of the regime. Many visitors find that touring the documentation center before or after visiting the Eagle's Nest provides valuable historical context. Now that you've enjoyed the beauty from the top, sit back and take in the splendor of the descent on the bus ride back to the base. We'd like to take this time to say thanks for joining us today. It was great to have you along. Please wait for the bus to come to a complete stop before standing. Please be careful when exiting the bus, and have a great day. Oh, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.